Hello and welcome to Rathods IAS Academy. Today in this session we are going to see current affairs of 28 January 2026. So let's get started with our discussion. First of all, let us see important topics of the day. And later on we are going to see each and every article from mains and as well as prelims point of view. And I'll tell you like how UPSC can give questions in mains and as well as prelims. And at last I'll be giving you prelims practice questions as well. Okay, please don't skip video anyway. Please do watch until last so that you'll be getting lots of insights regarding this articles. First topic it is about mother of all deals. India and the European Union finalize FTA. Actually, this article is talking about FTA between India and European Union. And this year, many FTAs are in use. You may get a question related to FTAs. So how can you get a question is, they will give you directly a question related to this FTAs. Consider the following statements regarding FTAs and they'll give you statements under that. And the second type of question you may get is, which of the following countries India signed FTAs. That means you have to make a list of countries with which India signed FTAs. Okay, and this topic is important from your international relations from GS paper 2. And from mains point of view, you may get a question regarding advantages, challenges of FTAs. Okay, and next topic is MP children served midday meal on scrap paper on Republic Day. Second incident in 3 months. In last 3 months, this is a second incident which had been identified from state of Madhya Pradesh. So what happened here is, children for this midday meals, so they are getting the meals on a scrap paper, that is used away newspaper. So because of this is the news, and because of this kind of unhygienic or unsanitated things, how it is going to impact the health of the children. You have to think about this. And this topic is important from governance point of view, GS paper 2. So here you have to see about midday meals program. And even because of the serving of the food on the scrap paper, how it is going to impact children. You may get ethics based case study from this area. Your district magistrate in your area, you have identified this kind of incidents of serving of this midday meals in unhygienic plates, etc. How can you handle the situation? In this way also you may get ethics based case study. You have to be very much careful. And next one here is, I find certain important image related to Flamingo. Here, if you're getting any bird species or animal species in news, you may get a prelims based question on it. And this topic is important from GS paper 3 under environment and ecology. And next topic is, the solution to the falling rupee lies in diplomacy. As you already know that Indian rupee value had been fall drastically and it is very low. It is all-time low since we got independence. Here this article is saying that if you want to strengthen our rupee, if you want to go for appreciation of Indian rupee, we need to go for diplomacy. So here you have to exactly see how diplomacy can strengthen Indian rupee value. And this topic is important from economy from GS paper 3. And next topic is, manufacturing woes, capital support alone will not add to battery cell manufacturing capacity. This article is talking about renewable energy targets. If you want to achieve our renewable energy targets, we need to focus on manufacturing of solar or like photovoltaic cells and electric batteries like that. So here this article is saying that just we don't need capital support, even we need to focus on manufacturing of our country. And this topic is important from economy point of view from GS paper 3. All these are the articles that we are going to discuss in this class. Apart from this, entire a newspaper dedicated to India-European Union Free Trade Agreement. I am going to discuss that in the first article, so that I skipped almost all articles related to FTA between India and European Union. Okay, and at last I am going to give you prelims practice questions, and I am expecting that you will give answers for that questions for sure. And one more thing here is, today I am going to have my flight to Hyderabad by 11 p.m. and by 3 p.m. I will be reaching Hyderabad. Okay, and from tomorrow onwards, we'll be having earlier kind of discussions along with the students' interaction. Okay, and this is my last class in this Delhi, guys. Okay, now let us see the title of the first article. Says mother of all deals, India and European Union finalize FTA. And here, if possible, please cut this infographic and keep with you guys, because this infographic gave lots of information regarding how this FTA benefits European Union, how this FTA benefits India, and what are not included in this deal. Why? Because whenever you're getting directly a question related to FTA, either in mains or prelims, what they'll ask, what are the provisions, advantages, challenges. That is entirely and clearly given in this infographic, so that I didn't added this content in my content. Okay, because already it is there. I want to tell here itself. Okay, so if possible, please cut this infographic and just keep with you guys. Okay, now this article is saying that yes, European Union, India finalized this FTA, and because of this FTA is nothing but free trade agreement. As you all know that trade includes what? Imports and as well as exports. If the trade is happening between the countries, if they are imposing any tariff, what happens? Free and fair trade is not ensured. And because of this, if you're having this trade agreement, if there is no duty imposed on exports and as well as imports, there will be the free movement of goods between the countries. So that what happens, the trade between the countries will be getting increased. And whenever exports of our country are increasing, means what happens? There will be increase in demand for Indian goods in other markets. So that we can increase our production, we can increase employment, we can increase our forex reserves, everything, guys. Okay, now let us see this infographic clearly. This infographic is saying that how it is going to benefit European Union. If you see this, tariff removed or cut on 90% of European Union goods. On this 90% of European goods, now there is no tariff. And next one is wine duties have been cut from 150% to 20 to 30%. 20 to 30%, very decreased, very high rate of reduction of tariff on wine. Especially now onwards, the wine cost will be decreased in India. And this one is car tariff also had been decreased from 110% to 10%. And next one is tariffs eliminated on Airbus aircraft and processed food, and 0% tax on most machinery and pharmaceutical products. So these are the benefits that European Union will get from this agreement. And what about India? If you say about benefits to India, we are going to have duty-free exports. For example, textiles, leather, gems, and spices, and duty-free quota of 1.6 million tons of steel. Even for steel, there is no quota. And this one is easier for skilled Indian workers to work in 27 country bloc. That means there is a free movement of Indians. And next one here is dialogue on carbon border tax. India said to be treated like other European Union partners now. And this one here is there is no tariffs on arms and as well as ammunitions. So these are the benefits India is going to get because of this FTA. And next you have to remember about what are the things which are not included in this FTA. First one is no concession on items like chicken and rice. Chicken and rice are not included. And next one is no agreement on government procurement on energy and raw materials. And this one is, yes, sustainable development chapter had been rejected by India. And this one is agreement on geographical indications had been not included. So these all are not included, guys. Now let us see this article in detail. What exactly given in this article? India-European Union Free Trade Agreement. It is a comprehensive trade deal which had been finalized, and it is going to create a free trade zone and this zone covers around 2 billion people and 25% of our global GDP itself. And it eliminates or reduces tariffs, that is nothing but taxes or duties on imports and exports of around 96.6% of European goods exports to India by value, and as well as it is going to open doors for Indian goods as well. And this agreement includes goods, services, investment, intellectual property, and sustainability. Okay, and let us see why this FTA had been finalized. What is the history behind this? If you trace the history regarding this European Union and India Free Trade Agreement, it goes back to 2007. Since 2007 onwards, nearly 18 years, we were struggling to finalize this FTA. Okay, and next one here is this agreement, which is mainly focusing on increasing of European Union technology, investment, market alternatives, etc. for India, because most of the goods were going to US and US is imposing 50% of tariff, and even China became the export control. So India wants to overcome that. Okay, and next one here is what are the key provisions? I already said tariffs are eliminated or reduced on machinery, chemicals, pharmaceuticals, automobiles, wine, olive oil, processed food. And not only that, European Union will gain access in financial services, maritime transport, high level IP protection for copyrights, etc. And this will gonna improve trade, and it will focus on sustainable development, and we can address climate change effectively, and even you're focusing on women rights and as well as women empowerment. Okay, so those are the things that you have to remember. And let us see the next article. Title says MP children served midday meal on scrap paper on Republic Day. Second incident in 3 months. From last 3 months onwards in MP, this kind of incidents are seen. That is nothing but, in government schools, we have this midday meals program. Government will be providing hot cooked meals for children, right? And actually on this Republic Day celebrations, they cooked something special and they served the children on scrapped paper. That is nothing but read over newspaper. As you all know that the concerns of using this newspaper is, even if you see this roadside food or street side food, I think especially Telugu people are very famous, very well known with this mirapkai bhaji. So what happens here is, if you go to any street vendor who is selling this bhaji, so they will be wrapping this bhaji in paper, newspaper, right? So what happens here is, whenever oil is mixed with this kind of letters which are printed on this newspaper, normally that printed thing which have lead, so that will be dissolving in this, and that will be also ingested when we are eating our food materials. So because of this, what happens, it causes pollution. That is one cause of concern actually. If you see here, this article is saying that Madhya Pradesh were served a special midday meal consisting of halwa and puri on ink stained pages from old notebooks and books placed directly on the ground. They took these pages of old notebooks and as well as other books, and they placed on the ground. And the problem here is that ground is not even cleaned well, and the children seated on jute mats on a dusty floor without proper seating, and they ate the hot food from these scrap papers, which raises immediate concerns about hygiene, as the papers are dirty and they could leach harmful chemicals like lead from the ink of the meal. That is the thing, ink into the meal, that is a one cause of concern. So why this happens? What are the reasons? The first reason we can anticipate is because of systemic negligence, because of this negligence and poor oversight in the midday meals program, and even there is no proper guidelines related to the cleaning of utensils, hygiene, etc. That's the one thing. And next one here is staff apathy or shortcuts. So actually staff who are working at schools, they always wants to complete work very fast, and they will always search for the alternatives. Okay, if they are serving the food in the plates, they have to clean again. So rather than that, if they use this kind of papers, what happens? There's no need of cleaning. And next one here is lots of times we can see corruption, we can see insensitivity, especially related to the children. That is a one more thing. And next one here is many government schools in Madhya Pradesh, they lack basic facilities and even basic hygiene. So because of this, they cannot ensure balanced nutrition, etc. So these are the some important causes related to this kind of Anganwadi related and as well as government schools related midday meals program related concerns, guys. Clear? And now let us see the next article. So here this article is talking about one important image. I'll show you that image. Yeah, this is that image. You can see this image. So this image is showing about flock of birds. They are nothing but flamingos. So here, if you see what is written under this image is greater flamingos are sighted on Hope Island in Koringa Wildlife Sanctuary in Kakinada Bay of AP. Okay, now there is a very high chance of getting questions regarding this flamingos. How can you expect a question? Consider the following statements regarding this flamingos and they'll give you around 3 to 4 statements and they may ask you to identify correct or incorrect statements. Or else you may also get another type of question. On one row they'll give you birds, on another row they may give you the category under which they are protected under IUCN Red List. So this is also the possible question. If you say about this greater flamingos, the greater flamingo birds are the most widely found species among the flamingo. Among this flamingo, greater flamingo birds are the most widely found species. And if you see that they are like long-legged and long-necked birds and they are filter feeders and they have the characteristic pink color from their diet of brine shrimps algae available in the coastal wetlands. And these flamingos, they are also the bio indicators that tell about the health of the coastal environment. And next important thing here is you are facing lots of threats now. For example, pollution. For example, water levels are like increasing and decreasing, and even predators. And if you see the IUCN Red List status, they are listed under least concern. And where they were identified at Hope Island. Let us see some facts related to this Hope Island. Hope Island is a small tadpole-shaped island situated in the coast of Kakinada. Okay, and it is formed by the sediment outflow carried by the waters of Koringa River, and it is a distributary of River Godavari. And this Hope Island acts as a barrier from storm surges and even possible tsunami events and provides tranquility for the ship anchored in this Kakinada Bay. Okay, that's the thing, guys. And now let us see the next article. Look at the title. Title says that the solution to the falling rupee lies in diplomacy. This article is talking about falling rupee. As you all know that rupee value had been decreased a lot. What is the present value of Indian rupee? It is more than 91, right? $1 is equal to more than 91 rupees. I can't recall exactly the value, but it is more than 91 rupees. If you know, please let me know in the comment box. So here this article is saying that Indian rupee depreciated by around 6%. What is the meaning of depreciation? Depreciation is nothing but the decreasing of value of rupee. For example, if you take $1 is equal to standard 50 rupees. I am giving you an example. If $1 is equal to 50 rupees, if you are taking this as standard, if $1 is equal to 90 rupees, what happened? The value of rupee is decreased. So that kind of condition is called as depreciation. If you take one more example, $1 is equal to 20 rupees, then the value of rupee is increased. That is called as appreciation. Now what is happening here? The value of Indian rupee is decreasing drastically. This condition is called as depreciation. Okay, and if you see here, approximately 6% of value of rupee had been depreciated. And there are certain robust economic indicators which mainly said that India's growth is 7.4% and inflation is very low, it is 1.3. Actually, here if you are talking about the inflation target of RBI, RBI has to maintain inflation between 2 to 6%. It's 4 plus or minus 2. And even now, whatever the current inflation which is there in our Indian economy, it is very much low compared to the target of RBI. And the current account deficit had been reduced, that is around 0.7 percentage. But even though the value of rupee is depreciating, it is a cause of concern. If you see about why diplomacy is a solution, so here, if you're having good relations with other countries, obviously what happened, we can maintain good relations and we can attract investments. The first one is, if you're maintaining a good diplomacy, we can ensure that capital outflows will be decreased and investments can be attracted. And next one here is, here what happens whenever we are attracting more and more foreign currency through investments, obviously we can increase the demand for the rupee. Rupee decline can be addressed. And next one here is, we can have trade negotiations, so that what happens, if we are having good trade with other countries, then that is also situation we can enhance the value of rupee. And next topic is manufacturing woes. This article is saying that India is having a target of generating 500 gigawatts of non-fuel fossil fuel capacity by 2030. And here this article is saying that this can be done only when we are increasing our manufacturing of electric vehicles and as well as photovoltaic cells. And now let us see in detail. India is having a goal of generating 500 gigawatts of renewable energy, and we are focusing on domestic manufacturing of solar photovoltaics and advanced chemistry cells batteries. So here those will be supporting this electric vehicles and as well as renewable energy. So here this article is saying that only capital support is not enough, even we need to improve manufacturing. So especially high technology manufacturing related to this battery cells and solar components, they requires investment in research and development, as well as we need to have working capacity, especially trained specialists we need. And next one here is, we need to have domestic value addition, and not only that, we have to issue visas for the other country people to enter into India and to work in India. And next one here is, we need to have even international transfer of technology as well. Okay, in this way we have to prioritize the companies. Not only just investment is required, we have to work on different other areas as well. Now let us see the prelims practice questions. In this class, I gave you two questions. One is from later Flamingos and another is from Free Trade Agreement of India and European Union. So let us see the questions. First one is, consider the following statements regarding Greater Flamingo. And I gave you the scientific name. If you don't know the scientific name, keep it aside. But many a times UPSC can confuse you by giving the scientific names. You have to see that once. And next one is, first statement here is, it is the largest and most widespread species of flamingo. Second one is, in India it is commonly found breeding in Little Run of Kutch in Gujarat. And third one is, it is listed as near threatened under IUCN Red List. So if you see these three statements, the first one is, it is largest and more wider spread. I know, and you also know that. So this first statement will be right. And second one is, in India it is commonly found breeding in, yes, it is also seen. Based on the migration of this flamingo, it can reach different areas based on the seasons as well. The second is also right. And if you see the third one, it is listed as near threatened. But what we discussed, it is listed as least concern, not near threatened. So here you can eliminate this third statement. The correct answer will be 1 and 2 only. Okay. And next question is, with reference to recently finalized India-European Union Free Trade Agreement, consider the following statements. Okay, first one is, the deal estimates or reduces tariffs on over 96% of European Union goods exports to India by value. And second statement is, it includes a dedicated chapter on trade and sustainable development with European Union support of Euro 500 million for India's green transition. And third one is, sensitive agriculture sectors like beef, poultry, rice, sugar from European Union are fully liberalized under this agreement. So here, whenever we discussed that infographic, the one thing we discussed is what are excluded. In that excluded things, we discussed chicken, rice. And here this third statement is saying that they are fully liberalized. Fully. It is an extreme word, right? So you can eliminate these third statements, and the answer here is B, 1 and 2 only. These two statements are right, guys. Okay, because I'm missing giving answers and explanation of earlier class. So because of this, I'm taking explanation. And one more thing here is from tomorrow onwards, we are going to have our discussions in our academy, which is in Hyderabad itself, because I'll be reaching today. That's all, guys. And by this, I'm concluding. Please do like this video and please do share this video. And one more thing is, if you want to start your UPS preparation, if you want to take GS Plinscom Mains Foundation course, we are going to launch a new batch soon and already admissions are going on. If you have any queries related to that course, you can contact us on this number 8074765513. And one more thing here is we are providing this course on both online and offline. And the features of this course are every day you will be having current affairs class. Apart from this, you will be having 4 to 5 hours of GS classes. Every day you will be having answer writing practice and answers will be evaluated on the spot itself. And on every Saturday, you will be having test on the syllabus which had been done in that week, guys. And we are going to provide each and every material that you require separately for GS and as well as for current affairs. We are going to provide you monthly magazines as well. And one more thing here is I will be there in the institute from morning to evening so that you can directly come and contact me, guys. And if you have any more queries, you can call us on the number, or else if you want to visit academy, you can come and visit academy, which is located in Ashok Nagar, Hyderabad, exactly above Vikas Book Center, second and third floor, guys. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And if you really like this class, please do hit the like button and please do share this class to your friends, and do subscribe to Rathods IAS Academy. And if you want to get this notes in the PDF format, you can join the Telegram channel. Link is given in description. Thank you, guys.